Good Tuesday evening, everyone, and welcome back to another video. It's been a hot minute, but I'm back tonight. So it's time to get some movie reviews complete. So I'm going to do 2 reviews tonight. The first movie I want to talk about is the one movie that I was most anticipating for February, and that is going to be The Monkey. So this is a brand new Osgood Perkins film that is based off of the famous Stephen King short story Collected in Skeleton Crew. So this is the story about twin brothers who discover a very devilish toy monkey that their father owned. But it turns out that this toy monkey is cursed. So every time it bangs the drums and it goes like this, then it slowly descends. It causes a very horrific death. And that's the entirety of this movie. Now, I liked it, but I didn't like it as much as I thought I'd like it. So let's get into it. So, since this movie is based off of a very short Stephen King short story, Osgood Perkins definitely made this movie his own thing. It's very trippy and it's gory as hell, but it is definitely hilarious at times. It's more of a dry humor type of comedy. But when you see the monkey just do his thing with the drums, you're really looking forward to the next death. So a lot of people have been saying that this is like an art house Final Destination with an evil toy. That's exactly what this movie is. Now, Osgood Perkins has a very distinct aesthetic to his movies. Now, I saw Longlegs last year, and I thought that was okay. But this movie, definitely my type of thing. The bad part about this movie, though, it was pretty much spoiled in the trailers. Especially all the deaths. It was almost in order of when these deaths occurred. So, this movie really doesn't have much of a story. It's just a chain reaction type of experience. Exactly with Final Destination. But I mean, those movies definitely have more of a story set up. Whereas this, every time the monkey bangs the drums and stops, it just picks a random person and kills them. So I will say the deaths in here are very gnarly and over the top. But I pretty much saw every single one coming. It's very hard to spoil this movie because you can essentially watch the trailer for 2 minutes and watch the entire movie. And that is probably the most frustrating thing about this entire movie. Now, it is an acid trip, but it's kind of a fun acid trip. I will say the deaths that really stood out to me, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, but the aunt, where she gets like her head caught on fire and she stumbles out of the house. That was a crazy death. And the swimming pool death, probably one of the most gnarliest things I've seen in a while. So, those were the two deaths that like really stood out to me. But when you get to nearly the end of the film, you almost see like a chain reaction death that has to deal with like a bowling ball. And that death took me by surprise. Not going to give it away, but it's a pretty cool conclusion to what happens. Speaking of conclusion, this movie ends on the most random note. And it gets extremely dark in the end. So, you're left with the good twin and his son, but as they escape the clutches of the monkey, they notice everybody around them are dying in very horrific ways. And it's kind of a bleak ending. So, the monkey was fun, but the trailer gave away every single death. I hate marketing. But apparently that's the way this movie was going to be marketed. So, I still highly recommend this movie. It's a fun splatter film. So you'll definitely see some ooey gooey goodness. I'll tell you that much. But definitely one that I would rewatch here and there. But it's not going to be one of my new favorite Stephen King adaptations. So I would give The Monkey a C+. Very good premise, but no story whatsoever. Just a chain reaction film. So, those are my thoughts on The Monkey. If you guys want to read the short story, it is found in Skeleton Crew. So, the story is a little bit different, but of course this just expands on the story. So, check both of these out. And if you like this sort of content, I urge you to like, comment, and subscribe. Or I might play the drum and cause a serious death. Okay, that's all I got for this video. The next video I'm going to film tonight is going to be my review for The Unbreakable Boy, which is a totally different film. So, I'll see you in a minute for that one. Adios. Peace.